Hello, hi everyone. Happy New Year and welcome back to the Graphics Fairy YouTube channel. Today, I'm Sheena from Rozu and I will be showcasing my design team project for this month. And this time around, I have decided to go with a theme that I thought would prove slightly challenging. But I had lots of fun doing it. So this is a sort of a gentleman's sketchbook. So it initially was supposed to be just a simple sketchbook, but as you can tell, it's turned out slightly more chunky than I wanted it to be. So yes, but I had a lot of fun. Sorry, let me see. I had a lot of fun creating this one and I can't wait to show you guys. So let's get on with it. As usual, like most of the journals that I've done, I've decided to include a fountain calligraphy pen to go with this vintage style. So there we go. This is because it's more manly, so I decided maybe black and white would suit well with these. So I will put that here actually. And then the journal also comes with a charm here. It's actually a necklace in a sort of a pocket watch kind of design. So this one is in a, why is it going in and out? So it comes with a Paris motif there, and then on the back as well. So that's really pretty. So I didn't want to go too girly with this, so there's not a lot of dangly charms on the side. You'll see throughout it's mostly tabs, simple tabs to keep it more manly. And then this is not attached to a journal or anything. It's just a sort of a wrap around so that the book sort of keeps sort of close but not too compressed. And here we go. So hold on, let me put this here. So this is the first time I'm doing this. This is, I think, either kettle stitch or Coptic stitch binding. So I wanted this to be a sketchbook, so I decided to try this sort of stitching for the first time, and I kind of like it. So I think I did okay with it. And this cover here is actually, this is not fabric, this is actually, as you can tell, it's actually wood. It's slightly thick. I think it's called Masonite hardwood. So I'll try and find out exactly the name. I'll put it in the blog post in the Graphics Fairy blog, so don't forget to check that out. So this just looks like that. I've left it quite plain except this little sort of tag here, so you can write maybe a year or your name or something along those lines. So on the inside we have, ta-da, this beautiful marble paper here. This is from the Marble and Papers collection bundle on the Graphics Fairy Premium website. They have quite a few to choose from. I chose this one because I like the colors on this one. It's darker, it goes with the theme. Oh yeah, before I go on, this gentleman's sketchbook, the idea behind it is that it's a masculine themed one. So it belongs to this gentleman who is an architect. So he is sort of a professor in a university and all that goodness. So initially I wanted this to be a sketchbook with sort of architecture drawings and whatnot. So in the end I decided to put a story to it, so it became this whole, not just focusing on the architecture aspect of it, but there are other things in here as well. So we have a book of poetry here, a page, and then we have some fabric here just attached there to add detail to the page. And then this one is from the book covers and tin types bundles. So there are quite a few there, and they're obviously available in larger resolutions, but I printed them out 9:1, 9 to a page. So then you can have this mini sort of a journaling card here with a little stringy attached to it. So like I said, this is sort of the guy who owns this is, you know, an architecture professor, was it I said? Oh, yeah. Excuse me, a little rusty from all that, from all the New Year celebration. So instead of having this sort of like a book, I wanted it to be a sort of a palette for his future, you know, designs, building designs, or interior and whatnot. So this would be one of those. And here is a huge pocket up there. Hold on. And then inside this pocket we have a few, I think these are wallpaper collections. So there's, again, like I said, so these are sort of design palettes for his maybe his newer projects or something, future projects in mind. And then this one here is something special because I went back home for my holiday, Christmas time. So my dad's a town planner, so he has like all this, so I went into his little cabinet and took like a few pages from his book, and this is like a page on landscaping or something along those lines. So this is actually a sample of his handwriting, and I adore my dad's handwriting and my mom's, but I can't write like that, so I decided to include this in because I thought, you know, it would go with the theme, and I think it's something special there. So that tucks in there with these. Hold on, let me just tuck all this in. And then on the other side we have, this is from the Graphics Fairy Antique collection, antique portraits. And then, so I would imagine this is the guy who owns the journal. I've attached a few buttons and a few fabric in here. Like I said, because this is a gentleman's journal, there won't be any super floral fabrics or bright, you know. I kept the fabrics more sort of plain and plates and things like that. So that's pretty cool. This one, I'm tried to make all the buttons, the ones that I use, all removable, so that, you know, when you take all this bulk out, the book will actually lay flatter and it'll be easier for you to journal in. And then this side here is real ephemera piece from my collection. This is actually meant to be an envelope, but it came like this when I bought it. So it still has a stamp on it and France and everything, so I thought that was pretty cool to have. So at least you can still journal on the back of that. And this one just tucks right in here. Hold on, let me just put that back. Tuck that back in before I forget where everything goes. Okay, so this one is from the book covers as well. So I've used this as a tab. So there's interesting details. So it's sort of like when you close it, I left it so you can still see the writing autograph here. Why is it not focusing properly? Okay, there we go. So lots of journal space in here because it's meant to be a sketchbook. This is from the Graphics Fairy as well. This is the, let's see, sorry, did I tell you? I have my list here. This one is from the Antique Sheet Music. So instead of piano and whatnot, I decided to go with this one just so that, you know, it has this different sort of detail to it. This is, I think, my most girly pocket yet. So this is the only part where I use lace. I was fortunate enough to have black lace in my collection. I knew those would come in handy one day. Here we go. So blues and whatnot. This is a real ephemera piece as well for my collection. This is a German ticket. I think, I'm not sure whether it's a bus ticket or something like that. So it's backed onto some paper which you can journal on the back. This beautiful receipt is from the Graphics Fairy. There's quite a few to choose from, so you definitely won't run out of options, and there are some different colors to choose from as well. Yes, so beautiful coffee staining on this paper. The paper that I've used in here are slightly thicker as well. I think these are I think at least 160 to 200 grams weight GSM. And then this is some pattern paper. Here we've got a key, beautiful adorable key here. And then this here, like I said, because the guy's into interior and architecture and all that, so we've got a page here, a vintage page here, locked furniture, so there's some plates here. And then this one here, this marble paper is also from the Graphics Fairy, and this one is I think from the Masculine Elements collection. So I've just teased the sides of it, curled the papers up so it looks vintage looking. And then this one inside here, this one is from the Vintage Hardware collection. So this envelope is sort of like where he keeps his samples on like the things that he might use for, again, for his future projects. But you can use this, so instead of having the actual things, so you can journal on the back of these as well. So you've got keys here, the keyholes. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of these. These are already ready for you to print out. They're on the collage, they're on collage sheets. So thought that was pretty cool to have. Definitely goes with the theme. So like I said, it wasn't as challenging as I thought it would be, but yeah, it's pretty awesome to have. I think because, you know, the Graphics Fairy already has the Gentleman's bundle there, so, you know, go crazy with it. And then this one, of course, I just had to include one key at least. And on this side, this one here is from the Architectural Drawings bundle set. I just printed them out on transparency papers, so the blueprint sort of like peeks through on the, if you journal on this side. And then I've just, you know, distressed it a little, aged it up a little. And then this is some vintage ledger paper, which I coffee stained as well. Another page tab right up here, and oh, I love the coffee stains on this paper. And then that's another ledger paper. That's the other side of the blueprint right there. And then let's see, oh okay, so here this is also another envelope cover. So this is from the musical instruments store, I think. So I stapled this onto the music sheet here because, you know, it went together. So I just sort of scored here, so you can actually journal on the back of that as well. So there's plenty of room to journal in. Hold on, let me send my phone. And then here we have a real vintage postcard right there. This is written on the back as well. This is from 1937. It's a French one. Reason I chose, again, because of this beautiful detailing of the pillar right there. So yes, love it. I'm not sure if there are any floral postcards. I think there's one. I'll show you. And here, this one is from an antique book that I have. I fell in love with it, and I wanted to, you know, fold it to make it into a page, but it was so fragile that when I, you know, closed it up, it just tore down the middle. So super fragile paper, but so gorgeous. I didn't even have to, you know, coffee stain this. It's just so lovely. So I decided to include this in. So just be super careful with it. There we go. That's the other page, the other side of the poetry page. And then that's the end of the first signature. And then on the, hold on, let me just put this here. The second signature is just starting out with this pocket. This one is also the blueprint for from the Architectural Drawings bundle. I just tore off the edges to make a side pocket. So torn the side up so it looks a bit raw. And then inside here we've just got some telegrams and some sort of printed ephemera pieces there. another vintage postcard, also written on the back. Super gorgeous postcards. And then some fabric, a bit of a faux leather fabric, and then this small little area here, it is meant to also be sort of like a palette kind of thing, so future designs. That little piece of design here, this is from the Graphics Fairy. I think I'll link it down below, but I'll list it down in the blog post. But this is sort of their washi strips. So yeah, I thought that would make a little adorable little piece there. And then more of my dad's handwriting. I don't think he knows that I'm using it. And then this is from the ephemera collection from the Graphics Fairy. Just a little tear out piece here. There's a whole receipt actually, but I just tore out this little part here because thought that would make, you know, pretty little detail, not too much, you know. Again, this is the architectural drawings set, and then I've just glued it and sort of sewed it on too, so it sort of gives a pretty semi-transparent effect if you put it against, you know, a sort of a busy background right there. So that's another pocket. And then we have a telegram, and this is a dinner menu. This is for ones at Yale. So like I said, this guy is a professor, a scholar basically. So you would see sort of university things thrown throughout. This is also another tab. This one is the University of France. And then here is just a little stringy on one of the book covers from the Graphics Fair as well. And then just opens up like that, so you can journal on this side. This is a bronze work catalog page, vintage page. This is also really old. I think this is something I stole from my dad's cabinet. Alright, so here, 2 tickets right here. This is also German. These are real ephemera as well. I had to include them in, and then I just stuck them on with why do I always not know the names when I'm doing a video? Brads? I think they're called brads. Anyway, and then up here is just sort of an ephemera piece that I printed, and I crumpled it up and then I glued it on, but I tried to keep the wrinkles in so they look more vintagey, and then I just distressed it. So yay. And then this is just a book page right here on Italian cottages. Yeah, so really beautiful ones, goes with the theme. And also another crumpled piece of paper there with some musical note washi, joining spaces. And then this is more of that masculine fabric, but I couldn't help but put this little leaf motif here. It's embroidered in gold. It's so pretty. I just had to add that in. And then on this side we have an actual vintage letter here, so you can, I guess, run it through Google Translate or, you know, just keep it and scan it and then use it in your future projects. And then this is from the Antique Portraits collection as well. This beautiful lady here. So this is his little sweetheart that he keeps a photo in here. And then I've just put some ephemera piece at the back. It just says, for the benefit of Mademoiselle Violet. So I guess her name is Violet. And sorry, I'm a bit giggly. I think I had too much coffee. This is from the book covers collection as well. Again, this is part of the ones that I printed 9 onto a page, and I've just used it to sort of showcase this gorgeous gold button that sort of, you know, it kind of sticks out of the page, stands out, sorry. And then this is the other side of that really fragile page I was telling you about, that tore down the middle. So this is so pretty. I so love it. And then hold on, let me just clip that back on. There we go. And then here we have the other side of the crumpled paper here. More vintage pages. And then this here is from the Graphics Fairy. This is let's see, I think it's from the ephemera collection or the script collection. Sometimes I get everything there and I put it in a folder, and then I just like, I don't know where I'm getting everything from, but there's just so much to shop from. So this is a whole huge piece of paper here. I've just attached this red fabric here, plate, just to give more, so that the pages sort of pop out when you see it. So I thought that was really special because since I'm not, you know, supposed to use florals, I really needed to put some colors and some fabric in. Yes, so another vintage postcard here, super pretty. This one, I love the ones with the black border, especially. This one is 1923, I think. So that just tucks in here. And on this side, this is one of my favorite pages from this sketchbook. This is all from the ephemera ephemera collection. So these ones actually works like this. So this folds out like so, and then this one also folds out like so, and this also folds out like so. So I've been like looking at scrapbooks recently on Instagram, vintage scrapbook, and I wanted to imitate how they would stack things up in their journals and things like that. So I saw this one somewhere. Yeah, so I like how this all cascades down and you can see everything. And again, I've just attached a bit of fabric strips here and there to give more texture to the papers. And then this one just has something extra. This is a lottery ticket, I think, so that's just stapled on there. And we've come to the last signature. This is from an encyclopedia, domestic architecture, and then this is full letter as well. I wanted to put that in. And then this one is, I don't know if you can tell, it's actually embossed. I just put it through my Sizzix and then just embossed it. You can't really see it here, but in person you can. There we go, the back one shows up more. And then again, gold and black, just to keep with the masculine theme. And then this one here, it's like I said, because it's sort of a sketchbook, it's not gonna be like a perfect one. I wanted to imitate the, you know, how old things are. So like I said, junk journal, nothing's really perfect, so but that adds the charm, doesn't it? And then we've got another tab here. This one is a postage tab, and this is also from my ephemera collection. These are stamps here that he has kept, and then some Western Union telegram, and then behind is a vintage page from an accounting book. So, you know, he does a bit of, you know, accounting as well, because he might be running his own business. I said he was at university, didn't I? But you know, you get the drill and things like that. So a bit of a bookkeeping, just to, you know, keep up with his finances. A dictionary page here, and then this is also another of my favorite pages, because I just love the fabric on this one. This it's black, and it's not gold, the background, it's sort of like a bronzy kind of color. And inside of this one we have, hold on, we have another vintage postcard here. And then this is also from a letter, an envelope. So I think the place where I got it from, they just sort of cut this part off and they just left the front of it. But nevertheless, you can journal on the back, and the stamps are all there. It's so pretty. I so love it. Again, the color scheme I really lucked out, I think. And then this is just a one of those club cards that you get. I've just stuck it on one of the Graphics Fairy book covers, and then I just put this little dangly thing here just to again give sort of a give something special to look at rather than just a normal tag. So yeah. And next we have, this is the middle of the last signature. So I've left it blank so you can do whatever you want here, put a photo or things like that, or journal on. This is another fabric here that I've put on, and then this is also a ticket that I've just used it as a tab. This is from the French dictionary as well. This is just how to do things with French. So there's the English version and then the French one. So I thought that was pretty cool. So this is, I think, the first sari fabric that I've used in this sketch junk journal a la sketchbook. Again, black. I had to really look through for a black one, and I found this, super happy with it. So this one just flips out like that, and then we have more vintage pages. This is a map from the Graphics Fair as well. This one is, I think, from the I think it's from the US Maps collection. I'll list it again in the blog post, but I've just printed this out on really thin paper, so you can, it gives a different texture to all the hardness of the other pages. And then yeah, you can journal on the back of that one. This is just a map of the United States. And then on the other side we have this little dangly thing here. I noticed they use a fair bit of tassels as well in vintage scrapbooks, so I decided to get a few of those. And then I've just attached this here to sort of give something extra to this little folded envelope. You can, this is from the Graphics Fair as well, from their ephemera collection. This is just a dictionary page, just folded into an envelope style, so you can journal on the inside. And you have this little adorable dangly thing here to, so that you know it looks slightly more special. And we're almost towards the end, guys. Yes, so actually we are at the end. So this one is real ephemera from my collection as well. I have two, so I decided to use this in here. I made it into a pocket. And then this is more vintage postcards. This is the first floral one that I have. I think this is the only one that I included in here. Again, the colors are slightly darker, so they're not too bright and girly. It's journaled on the back. And then this is also another birthday postcard. Again, black and white, and it goes with the theme. So these two tucks in here. Okay, and then we have the other side of the encyclopedia page. And finally, this one is something that I found, a vintage envelope that I found at the thrift store or market where I live. And then this one I lucked out because it just says the Far East Society of Architects, Tokyo, Japan. So that was so cool. I mean, what are the odds of finding something like to do with your theme, you know? So I am so happy. And then this one, this is the second sari fabric that I've decided to use on here because it's from Japan. I thought the color red would go really well with this. I've just added a few sequins on there as well. And then because this envelope is just empty, I decided to add some ephemera, printed ephemera in here. These ones are, this one is from the Graphics Fairy collection. I will put it in the blog post as well. Then I've printed out some Tokyo postcards here. So all these you can journal on the back of those. And then this one I just added cellophane tape just to give that sort of torn old vintage look to things. I didn't want it to look too new. And then this is a menu. This is Yokohama, Japan. So I thought, you know, he would have kept a record of, you know, where he ate and piece of the menu because it's so pretty. And yeah, so I decided to just tuck those in there, and then there you go. So guys, that is my project for this month, a masculine theme. If you guys haven't tried it yet, you should just go for it. I mean, it might feel challenging because in the first place, because you know you're always using florals and things like that, but it's actually quite fun to do. Like, I mean, with all the images that you have, like vintage book pages and things like that, and you know, ephemera collections and things, it's a pretty easy theme to do, I think. So I suggest you guys try it out, and you know, let me know in the comments below, like, see how you guys went with it. So yes, so once again, happy belated New Year guys, and I hope you enjoy my project for this month, and I will see you guys soon. Don't forget to check out the blog post. See ya!